Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Justin Stapleton.
Well, we've almost made it to the weekend, so let's see what the weekend forecast holds. Today was a gorgeous day as temperatures held for the most part in the upper 70s and low 80s. No really warm spots out there, including out towards the eastern end of the state, Ontario, which is sort of our gauge, that in Bedford that we use, where the hot spots are. They were in the low 90s today. It sounds, wow, it's pretty hot, but again, they were at triple-digit heat just about 72 hours ago, so I'm sure they'll take it out there as well. A little bit of cumulus clouds just sliding its way across the valley here. Otherwise, that's about all we've seen. We had a little weak disturbance move across southern parts of the Washington Cascades, producing some slightly scattered showers. For the most part, though, it's been pretty much clear skies for us here around most of the viewing area, and will stay that way for the rest of the night tonight. So you're headed out to PK Park for the M's taking on the Aqua Sox. First pitch at 7:05 should be a good one. It will cool down pretty quickly under clear skies tonight, so may want to maybe just bring a light jacket or so for the late innings. Same thing if you're headed up to Gosford, Corvallis Knights taking on Walla Walla. They also will have a very nice night for the baseball game. So here's that little disturbance sliding its way across, and again, this is all because of a little dip in the jet stream. I'll show you what it looks like in just a second, but a few thunderstorms firing off to the west, or the east of us, that is. West of us, it's pretty quiet. High pressure starting to rebuild in the central Pacific is going to eventually allow some warmer air to start moving in. So the very comfortable afternoon here with temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s will start to crank the heat back up as we get going in towards the back end of our weekend forecast. But still, even in Medford today, a refreshing break from the 90s at 87. Hot spot, as I mentioned, Ontario at 93 in Rome, 83 in Pendleton. The Dalles sitting comfortable, a little breezy in through the Cascade Locks area and over towards Vista Point, where the temperatures were sitting in the upper 70s. 73 Corvallis right now. We're at 79 still in Eugene at the airport, about 77 downtown. Cottage Grove slowly starting to cool down as well. 58 to 57 up in the mountains, 72 in Bend, and around 57 to 58 degrees out towards the central and the south coast. So there's that dip in the jet stream, or what we call a trough. And so as that continues to pile in some of the cooler air tonight, we'll keep those temperatures cool to start Saturday morning. However, tomorrow's sort of our transition day. As that starts to lift northward, high pressure slowly starts to move back in. Now, eventually, we'll start to see an area of low pressure cut off, but it's actually going to be blocked by that big area of high pressure over in the central plains, meaning that it is likely going to keep some of the warm weather around in through next week's forecast, too. I think we'll eventually see that low start to get close enough that we'll get some of the cooler Pacific air, but not till maybe Thursday or Friday. And if it continues to back off, we may be looking at a warm 7-day forecast as well. We'll watch that trend. So the coast tomorrow should look good for the most part. We'll see morning clouds each and every morning, sunny skies by the afternoon, get back into the low 70s by Tuesday and Wednesday. And the Umpqua Basin slowly warming up to the mid-80s tomorrow, and then it's back to the 90s as we head towards Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Cascades will be sunny and mild with the temperatures in the low 70s. In Bend and Redmond, a sunny, mild, and very dry forecast. Again, camping, hiking up in the mountains this week. Certainly watch the campfires. It is bone dry. And finally, in the valley, we'll see a sunny, mild Saturday. Temperatures in the low 80s, back to the mid-80s on Sunday, and then getting slightly uncomfortable. That's the technical term for that on both Monday and Tuesday with the upper 80s.
All right, slightly uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.